Picture a patient with painful, oozing mouth ulcers caused by cancer treatment, so bad they can barely eat. Now picture doctors treating it not with a new drug, but with a handful of red LED lights placed inside the mouth. Sounds too simple to work, except in more than half of cases, it does. Welcome to the strange, glowing world of red light therapy, where something as simple as a color of light is being tested on wounds, brains, eyes, and even aging itself. The accidental discovery you wouldn't expect. This entire field started with astronauts and lettuce. In the 1990s, NASA was testing red LED lights to help plants grow aboard spacecraft, where traditional grow lights used too much power and gave off too much heat. But scientists working closely with those lights noticed something odd. Small cuts on their own hands were healing unusually fast. That happy accident is what kicked off decades of research into what's now called photobiomodulation, or PBM, using red and near-infrared light to influence what happens inside our cells.
How it actually works. So what's really happening at the cellular level? Red and infrared light have long wavelengths, which let them penetrate deep into tissue, deep enough to reach your mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside every cell. Inside them sits a protein called cytochrome C oxidase, which helps convert glucose into ATP, the molecule that fuels almost everything your cells do. As we age, this protein gets switched off more often by molecular byproducts, and ATP production slows down. Red light reactivates it, essentially giving tired cells a fresh jolt of usable energy, while also boosting the cell's own antioxidant defenses.
The surprising results researchers are finding go far beyond skin and wounds. In one pilot study on aging eyes, volunteers over 40 who were exposed to red light saw their color contrast vision improve by around 20%, since ATP output in the retina can decline dramatically over a lifetime. In a separate study, participants who received just 15 minutes of red light on their backs after drinking a sugary beverage saw their blood glucose spike drop noticeably compared to a no-light control group. And in early animal research, short doses of red light aimed at injured nerve tissue reduced cell death by 20% or more, hinting at future use for brain and spinal cord injuries, where researchers hope it could one day mean the difference between needing a wheelchair and walking with a cane.
The honest caution. But before you buy a red light mask online, here's the catch researchers keep repeating. More light is not automatically better. Overexposure can actually create a kind of traffic jam inside the cell, where ATP production falls instead of rising. And because red light wellness products are booming commercially, a lot of marketing claims have outrun the actual science. Many studies behind flashy product claims use very small groups of people or skip proper control groups altogether. The honest, current advice from researchers in this field: sunlight itself is one of the simplest, best-studied sources of this benefit, which is why one scientist's practical tip for healthy people is refreshingly low-tech. Get outside for a walk a few times a day and let natural daylight do a lot of this work for free.
What makes this story so compelling isn't just the science. It's the reminder that our bodies evolved for millions of years, soaking in natural daylight, and only recently started living behind glass and under artificial blue light. Red light therapy isn't magic, and it isn't fully proven yet either. But it's a genuinely exciting frontier, one that started with astronauts trying to grow lettuce in space and might end up helping people walk again.